but a solution to an issue that I've had, and then I ran into a separate issue with Vimeo embeds on New Rainmaker. So what I usually do when I've got a video with New Rainmaker is I will go to my settings, video on Vimeo, I'm sorry. I'll go to my settings, I'll go to privacy. If I want to restrict that video just to my site, I will hide the video from Vimeo.com, and then I will say only on sites I choose. So right here, and I'll do my site. So that will make sure that it's only embeddable on digihowto.com. And then who can comment on the video, doesn't really matter. They cannot download the video if it's restricted to an embed in one place. So that's not really relevant. So let's just click Save Changes. So we just protected that. It's not on Vimeo. It can only be embedded on digihowto.com. Now if I go to embed, I can get embed code right here. I can make other changes, have it default to HD, so on and so forth. But what I want to do is go ahead and just grab this embed code. And it gives you 500 by 281. The other is 600 by 338, I believe. But I'm going to go ahead and just highlight that. This is what I usually do. I go get this embed code. Or if you didn't want to customize the embed too much, you can go out to your settings right here under Share. And then under Embed right here, you can click Show Options. And you've got some other options you can do here, including change the size. So 600 by 337. So those are your options there. So I'm just gonna actually grab this code. It's pretty much the same thing. So I've got my iframe code right here. What I tried to do originally is I would go and I would just take this code and I'd put it in. So I've got iframe to iframe. The problem is, and let's see if I can update this and it'll show you. When I would do this, it would expand to the full width of the page, really for no reason, if I embedded it. So, yeah, so here you go. This is this embed right here. It should be 600 pixels wide, but it's the full width. So the next step, I emailed them, and support gave me this code where I take this div class equals fits vids ignore. I don't know what that means. Fits the video, ignore the fit video. I don't know what it means. But so I would just put this around the iframe code. So I'd do div class equals blah, 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 and close that div. I put that around the iframe. But the last time I did it, the video disappeared. So I emailed them. I said, hey, I'm trying to do this constraint video thing so it doesn't expand automatically to fill the screen, but my video disappears. So they emailed me back, and this is what they said to do. All right, they said, go ahead and do your div class equals, quote, fit vids ignore, end quote, right? And then embed. And then this is not the regular URL. It's https, whoops, player.vimeo.com/video, and then your code. So this is not just your normal URL for the video. That would be vimeo.com/ and then the name of your video. In this case, it's got this player and then video and so on and so forth. So that's different. And then it's got this embed/embed. So they said, do that. And I said, well, what size will it embed? And they said, well, it looks like you've got it by default to set to 500. And I think you can change your default embed sizes with Vimeo. I said, well, what if I want to change it? So they emailed me back. And they said, well, here you go. You can do embed instead of just embed here where it says embed right here. You say embed, and then you can set your height and your width right there. Then your normal URL, and then your /embed. So what we end up with, if you want to do this, and I've created a text expander, I'll show you how that works in a second. But you can take div class, that will constrain it so that it doesn't fill the whole screen. Then you've got this embed height and width right there. That closes right there. You've got your URL for the player. Then you close the embed and you close the div. Okay, so open the div, open the div, close the div. Open the embed right here, close the embed. So how can you do this really fast with a video? Well, let's do one real fast. So I created a text expander. For those who don't know what text expander is, it's this little program. So what I have for this text expander is when I type in VVIMEO, so Vimeo but two V's, all right? You want it to be a word you wouldn't normally type. And I hit space, then this will spit out, and it will spit out the div class, it will spit out the embed height and width, it will spit out this player.vimeo.com/video/, and then it gives me this empty box right here. It gives me an empty box. It doesn't look like it there, but I'll show you what it means. So when I do this on my page, all I have to do is copy the number of my Vimeo video, the number, because every Vimeo video has a number, and then do my text expander and paste the number. So let me show you how I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go over to my Vimeo. I'm going to go back here to my videos. This one. All right. So here's my number right here. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to double check my settings to see if this is constricted to a URL under the privacy. It is not, so I'll just make sure it's digihowto.com. All right, so it's constrained to digihowto.com. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this number right here. I've already copied it to my clipboard. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to type in VVIMEO. And see this popped up, this window. I'm going to paste in that number. So now I've got my div class, which will constrain it to this height and width. Got my player code. It will embed, it will close. So hit OK. That just popped in there. I'm going to hit update. Go over here. And once this gets done spinning, reload this page. And I should see a big ugly video because that's where it's not working. I should see one where it is working. Then I should see one that is, this is the default at 500. This is the one I put in at 600. And then this one right here, looks like it should be 600. I'm not sure why it's 500, but at least it worked. It embedded right there. So I have to go back and tweak that and see why it's not expanding to the right size, because that should be the same size as the one above it, 600 by 338. So that is not good, but at least it's in there, and that's a good thing. This is not expanding to the full screen. So I will email support about that, but in the meantime, that is how you can embed a Vimeo video if you have any issues. Now, here's the thing with this text expander. I'm going to take this text expander. I'm going to take all of my text expanders for new Rainmaker, and I can actually I can share this whole group with you, all of my little shortcodes. So if you have text expander, you can just import it into your text expander. So I'll make sure I have a link to that. It'll be a Dropbox link, and then you can go to File and then add a group from a file, and that way you'll be able to add that text expander group to your text expander if you want, and then it'll already be made for you. You can just use my text expanders. All right, there you go.